And our final program to talk about the 2025 Frontier Conference Volleyball Media Day, Montana Western from Dillon, a program that went 25-10 a year ago with head coach Katie Lovett. And coach, introduce us to the young lady you have with you.
So I have Jordan Olson here with me. She's one of my seniors. She has been an impact player for us for her 3 years here and going on 4 years. And she's was an all region athlete for us and has been one that we've always relied on.
Coach, your thoughts on the new Frontier Conference?
I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a really good opportunity to see, different teams and not play everybody 3 times and to see really good competition and get to go out there and travel a little bit more. So we're really excited about it.
Coach, tell us about some of your top returning players and your new additions this year.
So top returning players, Jordan's one of them. She's our right side for us, and she's, again, just been one of our go-tos and has been phenomenal on defense for us. We have one of our setters returning from an injury this year, which we're really excited about, that she's going to be able to kind of make maybe a little bit bigger of an impact during our conference season. That's Megan Hardman. And then we've got a couple of really key defensive players for us, with Taylor Ketchum and Maddie Frazier. They're two extremely gritty players for us. So we're really excited about them as well. And then one of our, well, I guess both of our outsides, Danny Brown and Savannah Warburton, they both got time last year. Savannah was a freshman for us, and she was able to really be a good impact player and a role player for us at different times. And Danny, was phenomenal whenever we played Northwestern. So we're really excited about them as well. Newcomers we have coming in, we've got 5 newcomers. We've got a lot. And we've got Kennedy coming out of California. She's a really strong athlete. She's a middle. Nia Duncan from Nevada. And then we've got 2 Idaho girls with Avery, who's an outside, and then Jada, who's a setter for us. And then we also have our lone Montana recruit, Nora Dominic from Shields Valley. And she's just, getting her into the gym and seeing her play. It's really exciting to see how her future is going to unfold.
Jordan, what do you think of Dillon, Montana?
Yeah, I've grown to love it. It's a smaller town than Billings, but just the community and the atmosphere that I've grown to love here is just unmatched. And it's definitely going to be hard leaving it in a year, but I have made a lot of friends here and a lot of connections, so I'll always be grateful for Dillon for sure. So,
Jordan, how do you best describe Montana Western volleyball?
Very gritty and very family oriented. I feel like that's something we work on a lot as a team is relying on each other. We're very defensive oriented. We talk a lot about blocking and a lot about defense, and we pride ourselves on that. And so that's just really exciting to know that like defense is what wins games. So we work really hard every day to do those things.
Jordan, what do you like best about your head coach?
She is such a big advocate for us, like in the classroom, on the court, and just in life. You can always call her no matter what. She's very understanding when it comes to like family stuff. Like I had some family stuff go on recently, and she allowed me to not be here for camp so I could be with my mom. So it's just really nice knowing that like you have someone to go and talk to if you ever need anything. And I've always felt that way through my past 3 years and going on 4. So it's really nice to have someone like that.
Coach, tell us about your assistant coaches.
So I've got 2 assistant coaches this year, which we're really excited about. So I have Madison Rickmeyer, who actually played underneath me my first year here. She was a setter for me, and I convinced her to come back a couple of years ago. So and then I've talked her into staying as long as I possibly can. And then we have a new assistant, Haley Reed, who was the former Belgrade coach. She also played at MSUB. So she's just going to add a whole nother dynamic to our offense. She was a middle and a right side whenever she played, and me being obviously not the tallest person, I was a defensive player and a setter, and then Madison being a setter, I feel like we've got a nice cohesive group and we work really well together. So we're excited this year.
Coach, what's a home game like at Montana Western?
So I'd say a home game. I mean, it's always exciting to play in the Strow. We enjoy our home games. We enjoy getting to see our fans here and getting the community out here to come to our games. I'll say it's definitely a different atmosphere whenever football is here and you have them, chirping in your ear if you're the opposing team. So it is really nice whenever, all those athletes are able to come out and come to games. But I don't know, I just always feel like it's a nice experience getting to play at home and getting to play in front of our fans. And then this year, having 11 games at home, it's going to be even more of an opportunity for people to come and see us. Previous years we've only had 5 games at home, and this year we get 11, so we're really excited about it.
Jordan, what are you studying, and where will we see you, say, 5 years from now?
So I'm studying kinesiology, which is kind of like the study of movement and the body. And from here, I'd like to go to nursing school, get that done, and then eventually end game is like a nurse practitioner. Nursing's always been in my family, so it's just something I want to continue and grow, and I would love to own my own practice one day, and so that's the goal.
That's awesome. Dr.
She's
Crawford.
got the brains to do it.
Well, sounds like she has the vision to do it too. That's impressive. When I was your age, I would have said something far less smart than what you just said. Hey, Coach Lovett, I want to go back to the 11 games. How meaningful is that for you as a coach to know you're going to have 11 home matches compared to what's been done in the past in the Frontier?
I think it's amazing. I came from a conference where we had, 15 teams and we had a ton of home games. And then whenever I took this job here and realized how few home games we had, it was a lot of travel. It was a lot of extra work on our student athletes because we had to travel so much more to get games. So the fact that we are having 11 games at home not only creates a better environment whenever we do have those home games, and community engagement and bringing business to the community of Dillon. It's also just a special thing that we don't have to travel quite. I mean, I know everybody's talking about this travel, how we're having to travel, a little bit further within this conference, but I also think that there's a really good experience that we're going to have at home too.
Jordan, is there a win in the history of Montana Western that just is a defining moment for the Bulldogs?
There's a few that I always keep close to my heart, starting with obviously beating Northwestern. That was a huge win for us, and that's something that I'll always remember. But the other two I remember specifically were Rocky in the Frontier Conference and then Providence at home here. It was just the environment was electric and the team chemistry we had was insane, and our blocking was on point, and those moments where things are just flowing, and it was awesome. So I'll always hold on to those for sure.
How about you, Coach Lovett? Is there a victory in Western's history that just stands out to you as a defining moment? There's one for me that I'm going to share in a minute here, but I'm curious what you might say to that.
I think each year, just how this team has continued to evolve, there's always a defining moment each year. Like Jordan was saying in the Frontier Conference Championship match against Rocky 2 years ago, like that was something we hadn't done since I think it was like 1993 or however long ago it was. So that was really special. And then this year, our goal was to make it out of pool play with the national tournament. And, we knew we were going to go up against really good talent, with not only Northwestern, but William Carey. And being able to just honestly, they executed so well. And I think it showed not only our team, but other teams at the national tournament that it's kind of anyone's game. Like as long as you are able to work together and execute your game plan, it's going to work out for you.
For me, 2 years ago when you went down to Sagu in the opening round, I don't know if I've seen a Frontier team dominate the way that you all dominated in that match. And I thought that was, from my vantage point, if I can be a fan of the Bulldogs for a minute, I thought that was a defining moment for you all as well. So
that one was a great win, I will say. And that was a great, Sagu, now Nelson, put on a really good opening round game for us. And, we were lucky enough to, again, execute the game plan, and they did awesome. So
I'm going to ask one final question of Jordan, then I'm going to turn the time back to Rocky. Is there a trip in the conference this year that you're looking forward to most?
I am looking forward to going down to Florida. We have a tournament down there that's going to be really good for us, and I love warm weather. But a little closer to home, I would say Dickinson, just because my old coach Stormy is coaching down there from high school. So I just always love getting to see her, and that game means a lot to me. So
I love those connections. That's great.
Coach,
Rocky?
how hard is it to go deep in the NAI national tournament?
I think it's one of the most difficult things you can do. I mean, we got a taste of it last year, and then the next game against Corbin, we knew we were matched up well, and it's just one of those things where I think if we would have, it would have been any other day, would have been a different game, and I think that plays a huge part in the national tournament of who's on that day. And so going deep in the national tournament, I think, is an extremely difficult thing to do because there are so many talented teams within the NAIA. And there's, a ton of talented coaches too who can game plan really well.
How beneficial is it, on the frontier of the schedule when it comes time for the tournament and the postseason for you?
I think it's extremely beneficial. I know that we were able to rely on a lot of the games and game plans that we had. Whenever we played Northwestern, our blocking scheme was very similar to what we did against Montana Tech. And it was really easy for us to translate those things into, what we were able to do with Northwestern. So I think playing really good opponents within our conference really helps us out a lot at the national tournament, especially when, oh gosh, I think, let's see. I mean, at least us in Bellevue were in the Elite Eight, and then you count all the other North Star and Frontier teams that, made it to the final site. You're playing good competition all the time. So it makes a huge difference once we get to, those national tournament games.
Do we have any questions from the media?
Hi,
Dr.
Bria. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Bria Manning with the Montana Standard and 406 Montana Sports here. And this question is for Katie and Jordan, or either one of you. But we talked a little bit about this right now, but with Western making history in its volleyball program last season, can you talk a little bit more about the outlook or any specific goals you have for the season, especially with the expanded competition and any momentum that the team might be riding right now?
Yeah, along with goals, I'll let Jordan answer that, but I would say momentum, I think it just really opened their eyes, our team's eyes, and potentially even other teams in the conference of what we are capable of. If as long as you are, being diligent with what you're doing every single day and coming into practice and working really hard, like it does pay off, and it shows that it paid off. But for goals, I'll kind of let Jordan talk about that.
Yeah, for goals, we are very process oriented this year, and we talk a lot about taking one game at a time. I feel like with this schedule, it's kind of really easy to look very broadly and just see how many games we have to do and have we get to do. And I think it's just important for us to look one game and then the next and then the next, and just make sure that we're executing our plans each game instead of worrying about too much for us.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question? Dr. Crawford?
Just want to wish Montana Western the best season possible coming forward. I appreciate Coach Lovett serving as one of our two coaches as in the liaison role of leadership when it comes to the affairs of volleyball in the Frontier Conference, and just wish you the best of success this coming year.
Thank you.
Ladies, well done and good luck.
Thank you.
you.